Hello everybody, this is Tina with Tia's Treasures, and today we're just making some tags. They are not your traditional shaped tags. We've got them kind of in squares here, just random shaped squares, rectangles if you will, and they have got this background with these multicolored paper and then just some ephemera on top. And so we are going to start by making our background here. I probably should have kept one without any ephemera so you could have saw what it looked like beforehand, but you are probably going to be surprised how we turn something that looks like this into what our finished product is. We're going to start out with a bunch of multicolored papers. Now, like I said, these don't look like they're going to turn into our final product because they're some colorful papers. Even I was surprised when I did it. And what we're going to do, this is just a 5.5 by 9-inch piece of paper, I believe, half of a regular piece of cardstock, and this is 130 pounds, not your mama's cardstock, and I like it a little thicker so we don't have to worry about gluing two together. It's nice and sturdy, and we are just going to take these papers and we're just going to rip and glue. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I've got a glue stick for this. If I can get it open. It likes to fight me. You can use any type of glue. It doesn't have to be a glue stick. It could be liquid glue. I don't think I would use any tape runner though, because you're going to want it to glue down flat, and tape runner is probably not going to give you full coverage. So these just get glued on in any way, shape, or form. And I just like tearing them and then gluing them down in strips, all different spots. Any direction you want, doesn't matter, because it's going to be covered up with us stamping afterwards. You're not really going to notice what direction everything is going in. You can glue these on top of each other, but you're not going to want it to get too thick, but a couple layers won't matter, especially, you know, if you're using thicker pattern paper, it might make a difference. This is single-sided pattern paper. These are from old Spellbinders paper pads, so they're on the thinner side and they're only single-sided, but you use what you've got on hand. None of it really, you know, doesn't really matter. I just decided I had so much that I was going to try to do something with it all. good. Okay, when we're done, we should have something that looks like a hot mess like this. Just pieces of paper all tore and glue. It doesn't really matter what the edges look like, what direction they're in. I looked at this when I first, started it, and I was like, I don't like the way that's looking. Well, let's finish it up and see what happens. And after I was done, I was pleasantly surprised. So we've got this, and now what we're going to do with this is we are going to take a stamp. Any stamp will do. I love this one that Tim Holtz has got, a hodgepodge, because it's exactly that. It's a hodgepodge. It's one complete stamp, and you don't have to tear anything apart. But if you only have like different stamps, you can stamp all over this. You don't have to use something like this. Any stamp will do, whatever you want to use. But we are going to go ahead, and with this, I'm going to ink it up, and I am going to go ahead and just press our card right into it. So I'm using some VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink, and let me get this inked up here. And it doesn't have to be perfect because we are just going for coverage. We're not really going for looks, if that makes sense to you. Get that all inked up here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and instead of going this way, I'm going to just take it right here. Get that. Like I said, if it doesn't stamp perfect, it doesn't really matter. Got a little bit of ink on my thing there. That's okay too, on my thing, on my little, I don't even know what this is called. My squisher downer. And see how that looks now? See how all of this, it doesn't matter. But I think for this last little bit here, should I go that way? Or I think I'm going to go ahead and, well, let's ink that up a bit more. We end right about there. I mean, if we overlap some, it doesn't matter either. But I want to right about like that. The only thing I'm hoping is that I got it far enough over. Yep, and then we've got this last little piece there. And I think for that, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm getting ink all over the place, but that's okay. Like I said, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. See, just a whole new look now. Clean this off. Wipe that. It's the only thing you want to look out for. I get ink all over my fingers now. Get some of that off before we get it all over the place. Let this dry just a little bit. What I want to do with this is actually cut some tags. Instead of these small ones, I want a little bit bigger. So I think I'm going to take some of these Tim Holtz tags. And, I mean, well, it could do something that way. I don't want it that big. I think I'm going to just go across and get some number 5 tags. Let me see, how many of these can we get? These are 3 maybe. Put these in my die cutting machine and go from there. Now these are a little bit too big for my, these holes are too big to use any of these. Fall right through it, pretty much. I do have, let me see, I've got some of these hole protectors. I like the way that looks, the white on this. So before I forget, I think I'm going to go ahead and glue those down. Gives it a nice contrast. I still think it's amazing that all those different colored papers like that, you can just put them on here, and once you stamp on top of them, it's a whole new ball game. Now it is a little bit of a busy background, so you're going to want to put some ephemera that's going to show up on it. If I just like slap down a paper towel on top of this, you're not really going to see it. You're going to need like a piece of vellum on top of it, or a piece of the lighter cardstock lighter ephemera. Like this white's really showing up good. So we'll just go in my handy dandy box of ephemera, and we will find some stuff to put on top of it. Not sure what I'm going to use yet. I mean, you could just leave it like this. It's got enough interest going on that you really don't have to do much else with it except put some string on it, and you could call it a day. But it almost seems a little too easy, so we're going to find something else we can do with this. I've got a big box here of my Creative Studios ephemera. The reason I like using some of this with that is these sheets here will look really good on the multicolored background. Just a matter of finding what we want to put on it. I mean, we've got little all sorts of little things, stickers. So let me pull out some sheets here and figure out what I want to do. Ooh. Okay, after much consideration, I have got some stuff that I pulled out from, you know, just my stash. It's kind of around my desk. It's Your Creative Studio has most of these. Don't ask me why I came up with the word pop. I just like, whatever. I had a little piece of gold, a gold little ticket. I just took my Creative Studio some lettering and wrote pop, because it kind of got this like orangish lettering on this. So we just kind of got some collages going, and I've got some like a velveteen ribbon here. So let's go ahead and get our little stuff down. Now this is it's a sticker, believe it or not. So it's like a vellum sticker. But let's glue this down first. And yeah, I just pulled stuff out. You know what? Before we put this down, let's go ahead and use some vintage photo around the edges. Get my vintage photo out. And do I have a little, where is, I've got to, oh, here we go. This will work. And it's like, why not? I don't know how much it's going to add or not add, but it can't hurt. Grunge it up even a little bit more. Go from there. Now you could always add like another piece of white tag on the back of this if you wanted to draw on this or give it like a to from. But we are just going to leave it blank. There's no need to do anything to it. And yeah, I've got like three little things for these two and only 2 for this first tag because I kind of count the word pop as our third little collage item. And again, I don't know. I was trying to come up with, it's like I need a 3-letter word. We could have done joy, or I was thinking of just, you know, hi with an exclamation point. No rhyme or reason. Okay, we've got this one. And lastly, we'll go around this. It still amazes me when I think of all those different light colored papers that I put on this tag, just tearing them in, you know, whatever kind of direction. And then just the fact that we stamped on top of it, it gave it a totally different look. And, you know, I am here for it. I just kind of fell in love with the way it was looking. So I'm going to try to get this down. We've got a little bitty piece. Let's try to get this vellum off of there. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that'll come off. Or we should put the pop down first. It's like, duh. That was the whole thing. The reason I had this glue out to begin with, we were going to put this down first. Going to put that right there. And these are busy, but they are fun. And we're going to kind of offset this a little bit. We want it. We definitely want it to be able. We want it down further than our reinforcer there. And we can put it over the gold and the word pop because you're going to be able to see through it because it's vellum. Cut this little bit off, or we could have just like wrapped it around the back, but we're going to cut it off. There. Love it. And got that. Now let's get these. Get this down. And it doesn't matter that it's facing a different direction. I'm going to cover it up. These are 2 little stickers right here. I love these vellum stickers, but they can be a little bit of a pain trying to get them off the acetate backer. And someday I'll get it off. Might not be tonight. Might not be tomorrow, might be the next day. This is when fingernails would come in handy. I don't know if you noticed, but I cut my fingernails between this video and the last one. They were getting a little bit long, and I like to keep them short because I am one of those unfortunate people that I can grow my nails long, but they like to curl under, which is really, really ugly. And, you know, doesn't matter what type of supplement I take to try to keep them from doing that. They still, not all of them curl under, just a couple of them, but it's enough that it's very ugly. And I thought about like doing fake nails, but once you do fake nails, you're kind of stuck with them, you know, because if you don't keep getting them and they just you pop them off, and then your nail beds look a little icky. So I don't want to spend the money to have to keep up with them either. So I just keep them short. I don't mind having short nails. Makes it easier to do some of this stuff. Maybe not this. It's like there's a backing on here. It just, come on, don't fight with me. Let's get it off. There we go. This was like a giant sticker sheet these were on, and I just cut them down, and they're vellum again. I'm gonna put that one kind of right there. Going with the rule of 3. That things in 3 look good. Again, I said this one's only got the 2, but we're counting those letters as our third item. Now this I am going to, I could just, yeah, let's put a little bit of ink around the edge of this. I don't know if it's going to make any difference, but it's not going to hurt anything. We will glue this down. Thing with my Creative Studio boxes is you never know what's a sticker and what's not. Sometimes you think something is not a sticker and it turns out that it's got a backing on it. Other times you think something's a sticker and it turns out just to be a piece of paper. But stuff like this where you can see the shine and you can see that it's, you know, kind of transparent, you can tell that it's a vellum sticker. And come on. Let's get off of there. One of these days, oh, there it goes. Peel that off. And we're gonna put that right over this way. I love this little fern that it's got on it. Looks like I'm gonna have to cut this off. It's hanging over, and I don't want to wrap it around. I just want to cut it off. There we go. Can't really see that too much. Kind of blended into our background. And we're going to try to get this backing off of this little bitty one again for our rule of 3 there, our third little ephemera item. I could just put glue on the back of it and it would probably never come off and we'd be fine. But I know that it's vellum, so there. Kind of just shows through a little bit. So let's go ahead and put our ribbon through these and we will be done. I could get some ink and stamp even some more stuff on top of the vellum, but with all the stamping that's already on these tags, I think it's just a bit much. So come on, let's go through there. It's fighting with me, arguing. Get this one turned around. So we have velvet showing all the way through. I think we can. There. Yeah, we don't care what it looks like on this side. We just want it to be velvet all on this. On the one way, I might have to play with it a little bit more. There we go, looky there. And got that. And we'll do it again with this last two. Well, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. That really helps the algorithm. And I am trying my best to get my subscribers up to 1,000. So if you're not a subscriber, I would love to have you. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so, so much. I really, really appreciate it. Either way, I appreciate you for watching. You didn't have to take the time out of your day to watch my videos, and I really love it when you watch them and let me know that you enjoyed them. What do I have stuck? I have a piece of acetate stuck on my arm. And these are fighting me just a little bit. How come sometimes it seems like they go on real easy, and other times they want to fight the direction that they're going in? I don't know. I think it's just to be difficult, and I know I'm out of frame right now, and I apologize for that. Just trying to get everything twisted around so the velvet is all showing in the same direction. It seems this isn't so hard to do when the camera is turned off, but once the camera is turned on, it likes to fight me, and it does not like to, doesn't like to go in the same direction. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. I just don't have the patience to keep fighting with it. And I wonder if we were to try to kind of turn that over, if it would not fight me as much. I don't know. Find out. And or maybe if we would have put it through the other direction. Okay, I can't even get them through right now. Okay, come on. And there's a little notch in there. I hope it doesn't tear. If I was trying to get it to where the velvet wasn't showing at all, I probably would have no problem. But because we want the velvet to show, the ribbon is like, no, I don't think so, Tina. You're going to do it my way. I'm like, please, no. Come on, get through there. Wow, look at that. That is just fighting me now. It's like, this thing is being dumb. Yes. Okay, I'm going to try it again. I apologize if I'm driving you crazy trying to get this through, because it's driving me crazy trying to get it through as well. It just doesn't want to cooperate with me. Okay, that is all messed up, isn't it? There we go. Look at there. Not too bad. And you know, I was thinking thinking I had it the right way, and then it started fighting me, and I give up. Okay, so there are our 3 little tags. Again, thank you so much for watching. These are the original ones that I did off camera that I just cut into little squares. I like these a lot better, but I don't mind the different ephemera on these. You can use them in all sorts of ways. These would probably be nice on a gift. You know, they're perfect size for different gifts or whatever you want to do with them. So that's it for now, everyone, and bye-bye.